What's up, guys? I know for all of my old subscribers this has been a long awaited video. This is just an update of my life after losing 3 babies. So I cannot promise you that I will not get emotional. I cannot promise you that I will finish this video. I cannot make any promises just because right now I'm even getting emotional. I wanted to make this video for my subscribers who have been reaching out to me, who have been praying for me and asking questions and updates. I wanted to do this for you all. I also want to do this video for women who have gone through, God forbid, may go through, or are going through the same similar situation. I questioned myself multiple times on whether or not I was going to continue with YouTube. I just had so many different emotions. So I'm going to try to make this video as smooth and short as possible. So for you all who are not subscribed already to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. On this channel we talk about basically health all around, whether it's my hair journey, my body health, or trying to TTC, so trying to conceive. This is just where we kind of just share information. I don't know everything, obviously no one does, but I'm sharing my journey with you all. So now that you've subscribed, make sure you also hit the like button for any updated videos that you want to see. Also put down in the comment section what types of videos in the future that you want to see, or if I did not clarify any questions that you may have, put it down in the comment section. So just to kind of give a rundown of my past, I had my first miscarriage in August 2015, and then my second pregnancy, I had a ectopic pregnancy January 2016, and it was just a disbelief as all the miscarriages that I've had. And then 2019 I got pregnant again, which the Lord is good. He's good. He's good through everything. But I lost that baby after carrying the baby 10 weeks. I lost it in November 2019, and that was around the time that I found out when I was pregnant. I was reluctant of sharing the information just because I didn't know about the pregnancy and whether I was going to be able to complete the pregnancy, just because of my past. And so I left YouTube fall of last year. I could not emotionally deal with anything extra. I was going through a roller coaster of many emotions, trying to understand why, never blaming God at all. This loss was so different because I was more grounded in God and I had a relationship with Him. Not saying I didn't have a relationship with Him in the past, but I really had a foundation in Him. And I think my only thing, what my relationship with God was, just like, Lord, I just need time. I just remember asking Him for just time, and that was just time to mourn. That was just time to just be. That was just time to just go through the emotions, as I would tell everybody. And right now I can't tell you how exactly I'm feeling. That's what I would say. I just know that I'm going through the emotions, and that can be depression, that can be sad, that can be happy one moment, that could be angry another moment. It was all over the place. And so what I've learned about myself and what I've learned about my loss is many things. I've learned that no matter what happens to me in my life, I'm not trying to get emotional. I trust God. I trust Him in my heart. I say that, and my heart is like happy to say that because it's so true. Is that I trust Him with everything. I may not understand everything, but I trust Him with everything. And when we say that we have faith in Him and that we trust Him, like, we have to truly mean that, because we will be put to the test. And I have been put to the test 3 times. Are we still trying? Yes, we are still trying. I will not lose hope because I know what He promised me, and He promised me a child. I will stand on His promises. You all are so encouraging. You all just remind me, through all the journeys of me losing the babies, you've reminded me that in his due time, in his due time. And sometimes people may not believe that or want to hear that, or you know, or feel that, or whatever the case may be, but your positive words mean so much, because during the time that people were going through things, it's that mustard seed, you know, it's that mustard seed, it's that little bit of faith that all it takes, and that can just change a person's journey, change a person's mindset. And that's definitely what it's done for me. It's just continued to remind me, as he whispers and reminds me that, you know, he is who he says that he still is. Like, I am a different person. I walk and I talk and I move differently because of who he has been in my life. This pregnancy loss, again, I had surpassed the time frame, because in the past it was like 7 and 8 weeks that I lost the baby, and this time it was 10 weeks. And hopefully I'm not jumping all over the place. I'm trying to just keep my emotions intact. But I heard the baby's heartbeat, I think it was around like 8 or 9 weeks, through like a little app on the phone. And I think it was around like 8 weeks, and then around 7, it had to be 8 or 9, I can't remember, but between 9 and 10, and actually had to be 9, I didn't hear the heartbeat anymore. And just basically just praying and pleading with God to give life to this baby, and just reaching out to multiple ministries and reaching out to my family members to just pray. And so I did go visit my doctor at 10 weeks, some point of 10 weeks, in which they did confirm that, you know, they didn't hear a heartbeat, and they should hear a heartbeat at the time that I was. And I just didn't want to believe it. I just was still standing on God's word, and I scheduled another ultrasound. I think like it was like maybe 2 weeks after that, in which you know, during that ultrasound I was bleeding, and so I kind of felt, you know, a loss of hope, in which they did tell me that, you know, it still wasn't a heartbeat. And so I want to say maybe 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe less than that, I was still standing. No matter what, I still stood on God's word, and just was praying for life, for a heartbeat. And it was like 2 to 3 weeks after that ultrasound, like again, it may have been 2. I did end up losing the baby, miscarriaging, and, you know, going through that. If you never experienced a miscarriage, it's labor pain. So it's almost, I don't know, you're having, it's extreme. So it's not, some people relate it to having a period, but it's just much more than that. Your cervix opens up, you know, dilates, what they call it, a little bit more. So the contractions were just intense. So, and then once it was released out of my body and, you know, into the toilet, it just was almost like a done deal for me. Like, it was like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I'm done. Like, I was so emotionally broken this time around. And I try not to get attached to the baby, but I could not help it, because I just was praying and interceding on this baby's behalf, and just reading Jeremiah 1 and 5 over the baby, just reading so many different things, you know, life, you know, speaking life and not death, just speaking so much life into this baby that I tried not to become attached, but I was so attached. And just the dreams and the things that I've had about the baby and so forth, it just emotionally ripped me apart. It emotionally broke me. And there were moments, many moments in the beginning, you know, especially at work, I was okay, I was good, and it just was like, I don't know. I think there's a seasons of when people pass away that maybe we were close to, and even though it could have been years ago, I think there's a season around when people pass away that sometimes emotions can flare back up. And so, you know, I shared with you all a couple years ago, my grandma passing away, and it was too close. It was just too much, between losing my babies on top of losing my grandma. like death was too known to me. It was too much. It was too much. So YouTube was not even a thought, even though at the same time I felt bad because I wasn't able to talk to you all in the sense of just kind of updating you, because I know, you know, people are asking me, you know, about the pregnancy and asking me questions on my Instagram, and I couldn't talk. Like, I couldn't form any words, forget just words. I couldn't form any word to say. Everything took energy out of me. And it's so important that when people talk about, you know, the atmosphere and energy and things like it's so true. It's so true. And I didn't realize it and the effects of it until when I was going through it, of how much energy it takes when ones don't even have energy to give. For me, it's like I am searching for peace, and I know the peace only comes through God. And with that, I am also making sure that my surrounding, my headspace, my place that I sleep, my just overall atmosphere around me is protected with peace and lightness and light and truth, and just anything that allows me to be able to just breathe. Because the whole time that I went through everything that I was going through, I would verbally, mentally tell myself, just breathe. If I could just breathe, then I can continue on the journey. So for me, just breathing, one breath, two breaths, whatever it may take, if I can just inhale and exhale, then I can continue my journey. And that was motivational for me. So, and for anyone who's going through it now, or may see this video years from now, or whatever the case may be, just breathe. Forget everything else around you. Forget everyone else around you other than God. And just breathe. Because when sometimes we're going through emotions, we hold up all that stuff inside, and we don't realize that we're not breathing, and we're just needing to just breathe to be able to get through whatever it is that we're going through. And sometimes people hold stuff in and then they explode, and I didn't want that for myself. But until you walk the journey, I feel like you won't be able to understand. You may understand from another person's journey. You may understand from what you've seen, you know, on YouTube or heard or whatever the case may be. But when you walk that journey, it's so much different. It gives you a whole nother perspective of life, your life, everything. So yeah, I'm here just to update you all about my life after 3 baby losses. And I will try to share videos with you all on, you know, my journey. Definitely, I will definitely try to do that. When it comes down to, like, you know, my other journey as far as my hair and just other things, I'm not quite there. Just being honest. Even during the pregnancy loss, I had lost so much of my hair. Hormone balance was off, and I'm still trying to get it balanced now. So I think that was a relation or a correlation to my hair loss. And it just been getting thinner, and I just been cutting it at the ends. I just been putting it up now since I'm like, these things called bohemian locks or whatever you're calling it. Just kind of out of sight, out of mind type of thing. I just don't feel like even trying to deal. But I am definitely open to answering your questions about pregnancy loss. Doctors can't really say anything as to why it's been happening or it has happened. So all I can again do is say that I'm standing on God and his promises to me, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that I will have a baby, and my baby will live, and my baby will be healthy. And I can only wait to share that with you even the more. You will have seen the losses, but I want you to see the success. I want you to see the life. And so yeah, that's me, Miss Cowart. Journey. If you are not familiar with me, definitely go check out my previous video. I'll also link my other like pregnancy videos underneath the description. I must say this, I'm just surprised at how comfortable I am right now, because I done this video in my head so many times, so many months, and I just couldn't do it, and I didn't know what to say again, and it flowed a lot better than I thought it was. And I know that's with healing. I feel much better. I feel energized, like I have been rejuvenated, and I know that my help comes from him. So all of that being said and done, I am completely done. Completely done. I've talked about my health, I've talked about my faith, I've talked about coming back to YouTube. I don't know what else to answer, but definitely if you have any further questions, or even if you're wanting to just wish me blessings, because I don't believe in luck, and letting me know that you're praying for me in the comment section. I read you all's comments. Don't get me wrong, I may not answer it because of what I was going through, but I was reading your comments, and some of you all emailed me personally, and I emailed you back. And if I missed your email, please, you know, comment down below and letting me know what your email address is, and I will try to get back with you. But I wanted to let you all know my life, and I love you all so much. I'm done. I will see you all in another video, hopefully soon, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. See you later. Bye, dolls.